Russia is now raising fresh questions about Germany's long-term military ambitions. Moscow claims Europe may be quietly moving toward a new nuclear era. Russian intelligence alleges Germany is expanding research that could support future nuclear weapons development. Berlin has not confirmed those claims. Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service says Germany's scientific programs deserve closer scrutiny. The allegations have intensified debate over Europe's strategic future. Sensitive research at several German institutions is now at the center of an escalating geopolitical dispute. Moscow claims the projects go far beyond civilian science. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has already signaled closer nuclear cooperation with France. Russia says that move is changing Europe's military balance. Russia claims Germany has expanded sensitive nuclear and weapons-related research across several universities. According to Russia's SVR, the research focuses on nuclear physics, neutron science, and shockwave technology. Russian intelligence alleges these programs could support future military applications. The SVR claims Germany could produce weapons-grade fissile material within months if political decisions were made. These allegations have not been independently verified, as per several reports. Germany remains a non-nuclear weapons state under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Berlin also continues to host USB-61 nuclear bombs under NATO's nuclear sharing arrangement. The SVR further alleges German defense companies are conducting advanced explosives research linked to strategic weapons. The claim surfaced shortly after Chancellor Merz announced Germany would join France in future nuclear deterrence exercises. Merz described the move as the beginning of a new path for European nuclear deterrence. French President Emmanuel Macron has also proposed expanding European nuclear cooperation. Russia argues Germany's growing military ambitions and closer nuclear coordination with France are deeply alarming. President Vladimir Putin has warned Moscow will respond to what it calls Europe's expanding nuclear posture. Neither NATO nor the German government has confirmed Russia's allegations of a covert nuclear weapons program. The accusations come as Europe continues debating the future of its own nuclear deterrence strategy. Thousands of demonstrators marched through the streets of Tokyo as Japan's biggest military policy shift in decades sparked widespread public outrage across the country. On July 19th, thousands of protesters physically surrounded Japan's parliament building in a direct show of opposition to the government's ongoing military buildup. Organizers estimated that around 25,000 people joined this Tokyo rally, turning out in massive numbers despite the intense and punishing summer heat that day. This particular demonstration formed part of a broader nationwide monthly protest campaign known as the 19th Action, held consistently on the same date each month. This entire protest movement first began after Japan passed a set of controversial security laws back in 2015, and it has continued gathering momentum ever since. Protesters waved large no-war banners throughout the rally while directly demanding that Prime Minister Takaichi step down and resign from office altogether.
Japan is turning into a nation that is rapidly expanding its military. This is the fault of Prime Minister Takaichi. We have gathered here today to issue an appeal to the entire world. We call upon media outlets across the globe to stand with us and prevent Japan from becoming a militaristic state.
At the heart of these protests lies fierce opposition to proposed changes to Article 9 of Japan's long-standing pacifist constitution. Article 9 explicitly renounces war entirely and rejects the use of force as a means of settling any international disputes Japan might face. Critics have warned that the government's current plan could significantly weaken existing limits on Japan's military actions and its potential involvement in foreign wars. Tokyo, however, insists that these constitutional changes are absolutely necessary to counter growing security threats emerging from both China and North Korea. Notably, Japan's 2026 defense budget already funds long-range missiles, advanced drones, and newly hardened military bases across the country. Tokyo has also quietly relaxed its long-standing restrictions on exporting lethal weapons to other countries, marking another significant shift in policy. Prime Minister Takaichi was also reportedly weighing potential changes to Japan's three long-held non-nuclear principles, fueling further public alarm. A senior advisor close to Takaichi reportedly went even further, arguing that Japan itself should now consider possessing nuclear weapons of its own. Beijing has sounded its own alarm, claiming that right-wing political forces inside Japan are deliberately attempting to remilitarize the country at a dangerous pace.
日本地方议会
Japanese local assemblies strongly call for upholding the 3 non-nuclear principles, a clear sign that the people want peace. Tokyo's rush to abandon the pacifist constitution and remilitarize the country at a faster pace is out of step with the public. We urge the Japanese authorities to stop going further down the wrong path and not to stubbornly go against the overwhelming trend on the nuclear issue. China calls on the international community and all peace-loving people in Japan to urge the Japanese authorities to earnestly abide by its NPT obligations, completely abandon remilitarization and the intention to possess nuclear weapons, stop pushing to revise the 3 non-nuclear principles, stop the so-called extended deterrence cooperation with other countries, not to seek the introduction of allies' nuclear weapons to Japan, and immediately take effective steps to address the great imbalance between the supply and demand of sensitive nuclear materials, so as to gain trust from its Asian neighbors and the international community with concrete actions.
A Chinese satellite company has released images that it claims show a U.S. Typhoon missile system deployed in Japan, adding to speculation over the strategic role of American weapons systems in the region. The company, Mizar Vision, published images of the system at Kanoya Air Base, located in Japan's Kagoshima Prefecture, drawing attention to the presence of the advanced missile platform on Japanese territory. Kanoya Air Base is operated by the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and is strategically located on the island of Kyushu. According to reports, this marks the second deployment of the U.S. Typhoon missile system to Japan in a location with increased strategic importance. But it is the first time the system has been positioned on Kyushu, bringing the advanced missile capability closer to potential flashpoints involving Taiwan and the Chinese mainland.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.